What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over what The Flash Season 10 could have looked like if it actually ended up happening. So guys, we're going to be going over some stuff that probably would have happened in Season 10, and stuff we can predict would have happened in Season 10, but also some stuff that Eric Wallace actually confirmed he wanted to do in Season 10. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So now, first of all, I'm not exactly sure if this was confirmed. I feel like I heard somewhere that it was confirmed, but nonetheless, it was likely that Despero would have made a return. Not exactly sure what his storyline would have been, but apparently he wasn't, like, banished from the Earth or anything like that when he officially was defeated at the end of the Armageddon crossover in Season 8, so it would have been interesting to see what his storyline would have been. Now, we do know from Eric Wallace that he wanted to do Max Mercury in Season 10. Of course, at the end of Season 9, we did get that little Max Mercury teaser, along with Avery Ho and Jess Chambers. So I'm assuming they probably would have appeared in Season 10 as well. But, would we still have gotten that cliffhanger at the end of Season 9 with Avery Ho and Jess Chambers if there was going to be a Season 10? I guess, we'll never know. Now, something I would also predict they would have done in Season 10 is have a little bit more talk about the Flash Museum. I think, because they had a little bit of that in Season 9 in that one random episode where Barry became like a Star Wars guy. But yeah, anyways, they said in that episode that this was like the last maintenance check that Star Labs had to do before it became the Flash Museum. So I think, if we had more Flash Museum talk, I think that would have been really cool. But I would assume that they would have had something more on those lines in Season 10. Now, something we do know that Eric Wallace did want to do is have the Chronarch as a villain. Of course, the Chronarch is like an AI intelligence from like the 64th century. And of course, the Chronarch has to do with the Forever War, which was teased in Season 7.
The Forever War may be over, but Barry's still off-world helping to clean up the Chronarch's mess. So until he gets back, there's no way to reach him.
And the Chronarch was teased like 6 other times on the show, so obviously it was going to happen in like Season 10, but we did not end up getting that. But yeah, I think that could have been kind of interesting. I mean, obviously it seems like it's happening in like, it was happening in like 2049 or like the 2040s, so yeah, I think something like that could have been pretty interesting. Now, another thing I would assume about The Flash Season 10 is that if there was a Season 10, that's probably when they would have had Barry and Thawne go back to that night rather than Season 9, just because I think that it was pretty set in stone that they were going to do that in the final season of The Flash. And I actually think, this would have been happening in 2024 if they actually did have Barry and Thawne go back to that night if they had a Season 10. So that could have been more accurate to what the Flash Missing Vanishes in Crisis newspaper article was describing, just because it was actually happening in 2024. So I think that could have been pretty cool to see. So now, according to Eric Wallace, guys, if they got a Season 10, then all of those villains we saw in the series finale, like Reverse Flash, Zoom, Savitar, Godspeed, they wouldn't have appeared until either the Season 10 finale or the 200th episode of the show. Also meaning that Cobalt Blue in Season 9 was originally just supposed to be by himself. So that's pretty interesting right there. I guess that's what Eric Wallace wanted to do for like a 200th episode special, or, if we didn't get to 200 episodes and at the end of The Flash Season 10, then he probably would have still had those villains return. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. Now, Eric Wallace actually did want another crossover. He wanted a crossover with the villain being Nekron. Now, in the comics, Nekron's storyline is connected to the Green Lantern, so who knows? Maybe if we got a Season 10, we could have seen a version of Diggle as the Green Lantern or something along those lines. I think that would have been really cool. Obviously, they kind of canceled that stuff in Season 8, but yeah, they didn't know they were going to go on to a Season 9. But yeah, I still think it would have been really cool to get a Diggle Green Lantern, so who knows? Maybe we could have got that in Season 10. But anyways, apparently the Deathstorm storyline in Season 8 was supposed to start that crossover storyline with Nekron. I'm not exactly sure how that was supposed to work. I mean, I guess it's probably, comic book related. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting right there. Eric Wallace also said that he wanted to bring back as many characters as possible for this crossover, even ones who are dead, and he even said he wanted to bring in characters from shows like Titans, Stargirl, and Superman and Lois. So I think seeing that would have been so cool, like a Flash Stargirl interaction, Flash Robin interaction, something like that I think would have been awesome. Not to mention that it would clear up some confusion about the Superman and Lois TV show. Obviously, in like Season 1, we all thought this was Superman from Earth Prime, but then we find out in Season 2 that they're trying to, disconnect that whole thing. So I think if we got some more answers to those questions, I think that would have been really cool to see. And plus, another interaction with the Flash and Superman would always be great to see. And then finally, this one might be the most absurd one yet. Apparently, Eric Wallace wanted to bring back Julian Albert and Patty Spivot, but have them get married and become some sort of a crime-fighting duo. What? I don't even know how. Well, I mean, I guess that could have been kind of interesting. But yeah, I think that would have been. Honestly, I kind of would have. I think I would have liked that. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of crazy. So yeah, guys, that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what could have happened in the Flash season 10 if we did get one. Of course, if we did get a Flash season 10, I would assume the Flash season 9 would have been a little bit extended, so maybe some of this stuff would have taken place in season 9. But yeah, I think, you know, season 10 could have been a good season if we did get one. If season 9 was extended, who knows, maybe it could have been a much better season. But yeah, as for information on if we got a season 10, that's what we got right there. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as what you guys would have liked to see in a Flash Season 10. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that fans want to see, so make sure you guys comment what you wanted to see, or what else you just wanted to see in the show in general. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.